Hi, welcome to my channel, Anie Creates. Today I'm going to show you how to do this crochet motif, and it's part of my mustard summer cardi that I've made on my channel. So yeah, this is the one that goes around the sleeve opening. But you can make it for any other reason as well. You can make it to join together to make a pretty little bag, or you could join it all together for a lovely scarf. So yeah, going to make this motif today. So we're going to start by a slip knot onto our hook, and then we're going to chain 9. So 1, 2, bring the yarn over the hook and down through 3, that's the chain stitch, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got a nice starting chain of 9, and we're going to slip stitch it to this stitch furthest from the hook, and that will give us our center ring that we're going to work our motif into. So we've just slip stitched that into a ring. Then we're going to chain 4, which will give us the height of the stitch. 2, 3, 4, and that will give us the height of the stitch. And then we're going to do a treble down into the ring. And that will count as our first cluster here around, and we actually need 12 treble clusters around the middle circle. So there's our number 1, and there's a chain of 3 in between each cluster. So that's our first cluster. Then we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to do the first part of the treble cluster. So we're going to wrap around twice and go into the ring, wrap around and back out, wrap around and work 1 lot of 2, wrap around and work the second lot of 2, leaving the third lot of 2 on the hook. Then we're going to wrap around twice more to create the second treble of the cluster. Go into the ring and bring the yarn back out with you, round and work 2, round and work 2, and now we're going to work all 3 that are left on the hook off of the hook, and they're creating our first treble cluster, because that one sort of counts as the first treble cluster, but because it's got the starting chain, it doesn't look exactly like the treble cluster, but it works. It gets us to the height of the stitch. So in between each treble cluster, we've got a chain of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then on with our next treble cluster. So wrap around your hook twice for the first treble of the cluster. Go into your hook, the circle, back out with the yarn, wrap around and work 2. That didn't totally go off. Off you go. That's it. Wrap around and work the next 2, and then leave the third 2 on the hook and start the second treble of your cluster. So wrap around twice into the work, bring the yarn back with you, wrap around and work the first 2 of your second treble. Work the second 2 of your second treble, and then because it's a cluster, we're just going to work everything off all in one go. And there's our third treble cluster, and we need 12 of these all the way around. So it's just a chain of 3, and then the treble cluster into the ring, and that is wrap around twice and in, and then on the second part of the cluster you work it all off in one go. So yeah, you just keep making your treble clusters with a chain of 3 in between until you have 12 all the way around. So once you've worked 11 treble clusters all the way around, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll just show you the 12th one. So do a chain of 3 in between, wrap around and in. Work the first part of the treble and then start the second treble and then work that off into lots of 2, and then the final one you've got 3 to take off, and then you just do your final chain of 3 and then slip stitch it to the top of that starting chain there, and that completes that round. So then we're on to the next round, and this one needs a chain of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to work a corner into this next hole along. So we're not going to go into that first one, we're going to go into that next one, and we're going to go with a double into that chain space there, and we're going to work 1 double, and then we're going to chain 2 and work another double into that same chain space. Then we're going to do a chain of 4, which creates the corner, and then 2 more doubles still into that same chain space, and that's what creates the corner. So a double, chain 2 and a double, and as you can see it's given us the corner shape. So we're going to chain 3 and we're going to put a single crochet into the top of that double treble cluster there. So we're jumping another hole and into that with a single crochet. So just straight in, bring the yarn back out, round and off. Then we're going to give ourselves a chain of 3 to get us to the next corner. Oops, fell off my hook. Miss a gap and in onto that next one is where the corner is going to go. So the corner is a double, chain 2, double, all into the same gap, chain 4, double, chain 2, double, all into that same space, and that's our second corner created. So that was a double, chain 2, double, chain 4, double, chain 2, double, all into that one space from the previous round, creates our corner. And then we chain 3, miss a gap, go into the treble there with a single crochet, and that creates the straight edge of our square. Then we need to chain 3 to get to this next, skip 1 hole, next one along for our next corner. So chain 3 and then we're in, not that hole but that one for our corner, and that's a double, chain 2, double, chain 4, double, chain 2 and a double. That's the third corner done, and then chain 3 to get us along the long straight, single into that treble 1 space along, chain 3, skip a space, and then onto that last one we're going to do our last corner. So that's a double, chain 2, double, chain 4, double, chain 2, and a double, all into that same space from the previous round. And then to finish off, we're going to do a chain of 3 and slip stitch it to the starting chain of that one. And there we have our motif. And if you want to square it off even more, you can run a single crochet all the way around the edge with 3 single crochets in each corner, and that will give you a nice circle to square motif. And it's the motif that I'm using on my Mustard Cardi, which there's other videos on my channel that you can follow along, and I'll show you how to make a cardi. And this is 100% cotton, so it's going to be great to wear in the summer months. Hi, if you're liking my content today, it'd be great if you could hit the like button, share and subscribe. This will help other people find my channel and I really appreciate it. And if you want to connect further with me and in my crochet world, click the comment section below and there'll be links to my free ebook on beginner crochet stitches, my patterns and tons of other stuff to help you with your crochet, knitting and sewing. Thanks for watching.